Daily Words of God.
Those who have no faith often believe that everything that can be seen exists, while everything that can't be seen, or which is very far from people, doesn't. They prefer to believe that there is no cycle of life and death, and there is no punishment, and so they sin and commit evil without compunction, after which they are punished or reincarnated as an animal. Most of the various people among the unbelievers fall into this vicious circle. And why is that? Because they do not know that the spiritual world is strict in its administration of all living beings. Whether you believe or not, this fact exists, for not a single person or object can escape the scope of what is observed by God's eyes, and not a single person or object can escape the rules and limitations of the heavenly edicts and God's decrees. And so, I tell each of you this simple example. Regardless of whether or not you believe in God, it is unacceptable to sin and commit evil. There are consequences, and this is absolute. When someone who cheated another out of money is so punished, such punishment is fair and reasonable and righteous. Commonly seen behavior such as this is penalized by the spiritual world, is punished by the decrees and heavenly edicts of God. And so, grievously criminal and wicked behavior, raping and looting, fraud and deception, theft and robbery, murder and arson, and so on, is even more subject to an array of punishments of varying severity. And what do these punishments of varying severity include? Some of them employ time to establish the level of severity. Some do so through differing methodologies, and others do so through where people go when they are reincarnated. For example, some people are foul-mouthed. What does being foul-mouthed refer to? It means often swearing at others and using malicious language that curses people. What does malicious language signify? It signifies that someone has a foul heart. Malicious language that curses people often comes from the mouths of such people, and such malicious language is accompanied by severe consequences. After these people have died and received the appropriate punishment, they may be reborn as mutes. Some people are very calculating when they're alive. They often take advantage of others. Their little schemes are particularly well planned, and they do much that harms others. When they're reborn, it could be as a half-wit or someone who is mentally disabled. Some people often peep into the privacy of others. Their eyes see much that they should not have been privy to, and they know much that they ought not to know. And so when they are reborn, they may be blind. Some people are very nimble when they're alive. They often fight and do much that is evil, and thus when they are reborn, they may be disabled, lame, or missing an arm, or else they might be a hunchback or wry-neck. They might walk with a limp, or have one leg shorter than the other, and so on. In this, they are subjected to different punishments based on the level of evil they committed while alive. And what say you? Why are people skew-eyed? Are there many such people? There are a lot of them around today. Some people are skew-eyed because in their past life they made too much use of their eyes. They did too many bad things. And so, when they are born into this life, their eyes are skewed, and in serious cases they are even blind. This is retribution. Some people get on well with others before they die. They do many good things for those around them, for their loved ones, friends, colleagues, or the people connected to them. They help others. They give charity and care to others, or assist them financially. Others think very highly of them, and when such people return to the spiritual world, they are not punished. For an unbeliever to not be punished in any way means they were a very good person. Instead of believing in the existence of God, they only believe in the old man in the sky. They only believe that there is a spirit above them watching everything they do. That's all they believe in. And what is the result? They're much better behaved. These people are kind-hearted and charitable, and when they ultimately return to the spiritual world will treat them very well, and they will soon be reincarnated and reborn. And what kind of family will they arrive in? Although it won't be rich, family life will be peaceful. There will be harmony among its members. They will pass serene, happy days. Everyone will be joyous, and they will have a good life. When the person reaches adulthood, they will give birth to many sons and daughters, and have a large extended family. Their children will be talented and enjoy success, and they and their family will enjoy good fortune. And such an outcome is hugely connected to the person's past life. Which is to say, a person's whole life, right through to after they die and where they go when they are reincarnated, whether they are male or female, what their mission is, what they will go through in life, their setbacks, what blessings they enjoy, who they will meet, what will happen to them. No one can predict this, avoid it, or hide from it. Which is to say, after your life has been set, in what happens to you, however you try and avoid it, by whatever means you try and avoid it, you have no way of violating the life course set out for you by God in the spiritual world. For when you are reincarnated, your life's fate has already been set. Whether it be good or bad, everyone should face up to this and should keep going forward. This is an issue that no one who lives in this world can avoid, and no issue is more real.